DC here, hi guys. Today's vlog. Well, let me see, it's one of the VEDFAMs, as you can expect. And I'll be replying to BillyCtv's latest vid, I think it was, on remembering the first one. Okay, I told also a while back that I could tell the story how I met Mrs. DC. So it all fits in kind of nicely. When I was in my 14, 15, something like that, around 15, actually 15, group of us, we were teenagers, budding teenagers, and wanted to meet girls. So we thought we could have a party and meet some girls. Well, you know how sometimes it is. I invited a girl to come to the party, but she couldn't. Okay, then I asked a second one, and she found out that I'd asked the first one, so she said, I don't want to be second, so she didn't come. So, to make things short, actually, is that we ended up having a party with a few guys, a few cousins, a few neighbors, but none of the girls that we wanted to invite. Okay, so much for that. Well, then my neighbor made a party, said she was going to make a party, and she was organizing, we could almost say, blind dates. Well, I knew actually the girl she was pairing me with. Very nice, nice looking young girl. But the last moment she couldn't come. So my neighbor invited Mrs. DC. They didn't know each other that well, and I'm actually even surprised that Mrs. DC accepted to come, being called at the last moment like that, to just walk in and meet this strange guy. But she did, and I'm very happy because we danced, we had a lot of time together, and it clicked. It clicked. When her parents, so the girl's parents brought us back, all of the people back, I was with her. Yeah, it was nice. I mean, quick kiss, she ran off, and then we met again. And we started dating. So you see, Billy, in that respect, I have a lot less of an exciting situation than what you just talked about. So Mrs. DC was my first real girlfriend. And so remembering the first one, I remember the first one every time she's not here now, but every time I sit opposite to her at the table, or every time we walk together. Yeah, that is my first one, remembering the first one. And we were, let me see, I was not quite 16, so still 15. She just turned 17, so it's the opposite. I was dating older women. Actually, that's what you said as well, didn't you? Yeah, you were 13, she was 16. Oh, yeah, so not quite as big a difference, but we used to laugh about that because I used to say I was dating an older woman. But the fact is that I've always had very good relationships with women, with ladies. But I think the fact is that I had a solid foundation, I was going to say already there. Profound love that maybe created I'm looking at lost words here. I say that solid foundation created a basis. I mean, of confidence, which actually made that you could talk to other ladies, or vice versa, she could talk to other men, and there wasn't kind of no worrying. We were each other's. And yeah, based on trust. Yeah, remembering the first one. There's not much to it, actually. The story is there. I mean, we kept on going together 7 years before we got married. I asked her if we would like to be together as man and wife. So, I mean, in those days we meant getting married. Very young. And we stayed close. We didn't study in the same schools. We were in different university towns. But we saw each other on weekends. And we held through. We came together to Europe and finished, I won't say finished our life, I hope not yet, but continued our life here in Europe. I guess it's kind of boring compared to yours, Billy, because you were talking about like this running around in a room and so on. Oh, you know, we did a bit of romping around after each other in that respect. I mean, is that we were young, loved each other, had fun, loved dancing, loved doing things together. Yeah, remembering the first one. You know, it doesn't always have to be, I guess, extremely exciting. At the same time, it was and is, because it's an adventure that started. We did loads of things, a few trips, living here, but the adventure is still ongoing. From the time I met Mrs. DC to now, there's over 37 years now. So 30 of those as a wedded couple, but 7 as boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah, remembering the first one. I do every time I look at her. Every time I say I love you, I'm remembering that first one. Well, that's my take on this vid. And I can see the minutes as usual going on. DC's going to sign off. And take care. And yeah, if you want to, I'll also post a vid to Billy's remembering the first one. Take care.